Greetings and welcome to A Prayerful Pause. My name is Nancy Woodworth-Hill. Amongst other things, I am a spiritual director. We're going to look at practicing the presence of God. This is associated with Brother Lawrence. He lived in the 1600s. He was a lay brother at a monastery in Paris. And his task was the kitchen work. And he learned how to turn the peeling of carrots and potatoes and chopping them and all of his kitchen tasks into prayer. So, what do we do? First, yes, I had a quote from him. It is a great delusion to think that the times of prayer ought to differ from other times, that we are as strictly obliged to adhere to God by action in the time of action as by prayer in the season of prayer. So Brother Lawrence learned how to turn everything he did into prayer, meaning practicing the presence of God. So what do? Take a breath, center yourself, and become aware of God's presence that is all around us. Choose some small task to begin with. It could be something like answering the phone, saying, Lord, I am here. Help me. Listen. A task that I chose many years ago was washing dishes. It was not my favorite chore, but I have learned how to turn it into something that is really quite exquisite. In immersing my hands into the soapy water, it became a sacred task, a task of cleaning up after my family's having used plates and silverware and cups and pots and pans, realizing that I had those things, that we prepared something nutritious, and that I was returning these things so they could be used again. Became a very sacred action, deep gratitude and aware of the presence of God. So choose some task, something simple, dressing, showering, getting ready for bed, washing your hands, brushing your teeth, driving to work. Some small task that you can practice. You begin by becoming aware of God's presence, and you carry it through the task and after. You could have a conversation with God. You could prepare a little prayer beforehand. You could become aware that something like, I'm here, thank you, or I'm sorry, or wow, or even help me. One can practice this also around interruptions. Jesus actually did some of his most gracious healings as he was interrupted. If you choose to try this for a whole day, I'm certain, as I have, that you will wander. It's okay. Just merely bring yourself back to awareness of this presence of God. As C.S. Lewis has said, we may ignore, but we can nowhere evade the presence of God. The world is crowded with him. He walks everywhere, incognito. And so this practicing the presence of God is like being able to see God and be aware of God's presence through the small tasks, even the large tasks of one's day. Peace be with you.